7 our score, down to less than 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Swanson Roberts driving through traffic out to Ricker on the right wing. Gets the zone, and there's that takeaway with the zone trying to pass to the interior, picked off Bueller's second turnover.
Evens the turnovers up to 2 apiece.
And Wellington looking to add to a 2-point lead. Inside shot missed by Ayers. Putback missed. Rebound, Diedrich Willard-Trask, and a foul.
That was Diedrich Willard-Trask's first board of the day.
90 seconds to go in the quarter. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Hutch. Come by, let's be friends. Matt Eddy's going to get a breather here, and the senior Jackson Markson off the bench, who's given some great minutes for the Crusaders here late in the year. Here's Swanson Roberts, right side, drives around the bigger defender. Off the bounce, out top to Diedrich. Willard-Trask, back to LaShawn, back to Diedrich. Same spot from near the foul line. This time the jumper strong. Rebound for Wellington with 1:08 to go in the quarter. Still 9-7 and a 2-point Wellington lead. Jack Rydell being picked up by Swanson Roberts at the timeline. Going to drive all the way left side lane line, high off the window, missed. Rebound Weir in the lane, putback is good. Those big bodies in the lane for Wellington.
Yeah, that time there was good help defense that time by Willard-Trask, but Weir gets the offensive rebound and the putback.
Wellington back in front by 4 at 11-7. They're the first to double figures. Here's Swanson Roberts with 34 ticks on the first quarter clock. Drives past the defender. Out front to Diedrich. Far side again to LaShawn. Really gets this zone in the left corner to Jalen Crable. Pass off to Ricker. 16 to shoot here. Ricker being haunted out high by Maurice Ayers. He's got great length. Well, you put him at the top of that 1-3-1. Tough to pass against. Grant gets around him with 4 on the clock. He's going to put it up off the left side. Missed. Rebound Wellington. That'll get us to the end of our first quarter. Tight game after 1. Wellington with a slim 4-point advantage. 11-7 our score. Part of the Hutch CC Road to a Championship. Presented by Next Tech Wireless. This is Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
This is a local event.
All right, so here's my best guess is that the kid that's Gonzo is Tate.
Oh, you think Montel Tate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And extracurricularly, we hope you support these valuable activities too. We'll be right here with you. Visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buell, Inman, or Hutchinson, or check us out online. PrairieBankKS.com. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
At Dick's Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our
That would fit,
because
he's just a guy that...
Dick's offers top gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, Fort Stevens, and
Mayhem is everywhere. Protect yourself. Hi, I'm Andrew Parr, your Allstate agent in Hutchinson. Protection shouldn't be pricey. Call me today or stop by the office at 13th and Main in Midtown Hutchinson for a free quote. Are you in good hands?
95.9 HKFM.
Ryland Parker into the game for the first time tonight as we resume play. Backdoor pass to Grant Rickard. Layup good. Good position inside by Grant. Passed over the top of that zone that time, but it's 11-9. Back to a 2-point game. Here's Rogers on a drive right to the bucket so quick. And he's got 4. 13-9.
Well, and he is an athletic 5'10", and somebody that you don't want to stand in front of if he's on the way to the rim.
Oh, now a steal. Wellington with a steal and a quick layup good by Burnett. Third turnover by the Crusaders. And Wellington with its biggest lead at 15-9, up by 6.
That's one of the things we were talking about with them running that 1-3-1, trying to get those turnovers on the wings and taking it to the rack at the other end.
Into 3 in our Bueller Dental Care scoreboard. Into 1 to circle up 8 over Ulysses, 49-41. 15-9 here, 6:56 to go in the half. Rashad Swanson Roberts with that zone suffocating. Here's A three from Rylan Parker, and the sophomore finds his stroke from the outside. He'd been in a shooting slump, but a big-time shot there.
Yeah, they worked the ball around. He was on the backside. The zone had collapsed around the other side, so he was wide open for that three try.
Huge bucket by Rylan Parker. The sophomore guard makes it a three-point game. 6:25 to go here in this first half. Wellington works it out high to Cope Henry. Picked up by Grant Ricker. Henry to the left side, passes up top to Burnett. Burnett crossover down low. Boy, is that big. Come up to help. You got to know that you leave that back door open.
And Brody Weir with an easy catch and pitch there for the score.
17-12. It's a 5-point game. Parker almost lost it, gets it back. They'll play it inside. Swanson Roberts layup good.
Great ball movement that time. It was all set up. Good pass from Jackson Marks down to the cutting Swanson Roberts.
Same way in that 1-3-1. If the guy on the baseline comes either way to help, you leave the other side open.
Yeah, the weakness against the 1-3-1 is on that baseline.
17-14. 3-point game. Ball knocked out of bounds in front of the Buhler bench. It's going to stay with Wellington. Matt Eddy returns. Him, Stambaugh, Swanson Roberts, Parker, and Neal are the five on the floor. Coach Joe Newman, a word with the officials. I think a question about the clock. The scoreboard on Buhler's end of the arena here is off completely. Got the one here still on the right side of the gym. It seems to be working okay. 5:30 to go here before halftime. Here is Burnett through traffic. Pull up left elbow, nice pass, and Hinshaw drops it in. Wellington shooting well here early, 19-14. And the home Crusaders lead by 5. There's Parker, and they say he picked up his dribble. Fourth Buhler turnover as Grant Ricker will return to the lineup. Crusader basketball tonight brought to you in part by Prairie Bank of Kansas, by Heston Bakery, Erickson Custom Building, by the Crusader Booster Club, and by Idea Tech. So Buhler again down by 5. They have not led here yet tonight. Did tie the game briefly at 7. Wellington has shot the ball well here in the first half. Burnett. They work it out high to Weir. Now far side to right. Nearly traveled. Able to pass out of it to Hinshaw. Switch off in the corner, and the three is good by Jack Wright. And I guess they are shooting well here early, 22-14.
Yeah, there's 4 players for Wellington that have scored. The minimum any of them have put up is 4, so very balanced scoring for the Crusaders.
It's an 8-point lead. Here is Grant. Ricker. Gonna need a big night out of him. Out high to Jeffrey. Far side LaShawn. Now Burnett. So long in the top of that zone. Bats a pass out of bounds.
Well, it's kind of unique the way that they're playing. They're pretty much their tallest defender right at the top of that 1-3-1, really trying to infiltrate the passing game on your perimeter.
Almost kind of feels more like a driveway style pickup game the way they play.
Yep, and they bring that 1-3-1 way out high. Some teams back it off. These guys play it way out high.
Yeah, there's a country mile of room underneath that zone, but you got to get there. Here's Grant, caught in traffic, lost it, gets it back off to Jalen Crable. Near side, Stambaugh. Back to Jalen, he'll shoot the long three, and it's good!
What a tray for the freshman. Buhler's going to need that tonight against this zone.
Had a long talk with his dad before the game of just all the shooting work that he has done as a youngster. And said, we haven't asked him to do it, he's just done it on his own. Understands what he needs to do to get better. 22-17, Wellington the other way at a whistle. Back to a 5-point game here, 3:40 to play in the half. And the foul, I believe, is on.
Well, they're going to put on Willard Trask.
Willard Trask.
Thought it was going to be on Stambaugh, but
only one of the 2 scoreboards is working right now, and the one that is kind of our view is blocked.
Yes. Wellington must have only paid half their power bill.
Now the one at the other end is completely down. Here's Weir out front. 22-17, now a whistle inside. And I think they're going to whistle Ethan Stambaugh with a foul.
Yeah, Stambaugh was trying to rim protect that time against the much larger Banks Henshaw, so.
Ethan's going to check out with that foul, and LaShawn Swanson-Roberts will return. 22-17, Wellington inbound. Inside Weir, kick out, right for three, short. Matt Eddy with a good box out inside. Really pushing his defender, Burnett, out far to get that one out. Burnett steals the ball away. Very active hands.
5th turnover tonight for Buehler.
And Wellington up 5, has it back. Out front with it is Henshaw. Henshaw to right in the lane, dumps it off, and the layup is good by Weir. Boy, if you're Brody Weir, you got all these athletic guys moving in and out of the lane, and all he has to do is stand there and wait for him to pass it to him.
Yeah, he is kind of the sleeper cell down there in the short corner.
He gets all the credit and none of the work.
But he does have nice touch.
Yeah, but you do have to finish,
yes,
obviously.
Yeah.
24-17, Wellington by 7. Largest lead of 8 in this quarter. Crable, Swanson-Roberts, Willard Trask, Eddy, and Ricker. Here is LaShawn. Off a dribble drive and a kick out to Crable. Well, those two guards are going to get a lot of run next year. Another monster three, Jalen Crable, who's what a good 4 feet from the circle.
Yeah, he's shooting way outside the NBA line.
6 points in the half for Jalen. 24-20. It's a 4-point game and a whistle the other way and a foul on the floor. Willard Trask was trying to take a charge down low, but I think the foul came well before that. It's on Jalen Crable. Diedrich was all set up there to take the charge. He's got 16 on the year.
Yeah, it's already the 5th foul on Buehler, so a couple more fouls and Wellington might get to the bonus here in the first half.
Well, here's a shot blocked inside by Matt Eddy. Eddy getting up high to block that. Buehler will take the ball away the other way. They could get it to one possession here. Ricker in the corner. Grant missed. Rebound loose, grabbed onto by LaShawn. He was shoved out of bounds. Oh my goodness, and they're gonna say it's Wellington ball. He didn't go out of bounds on his own.
Yeah, and it was right in front of the official on the baseline, so.
Wow. All right, 6th turnover on the Crusaders, 24-20. 1:43 to go here before halftime. Here's Rogers, off to Henry, he'll drive in the lane. Kick out right corner, Henshaw for 3, rims long. Rebound Wellington. Out to Rogers for 3, missed. Rebound put back good by Maurice Ayers.
And Ayers now the 5th Wellington Crusader to score in this first half.
6-point game, 1:21 to play here before halftime. Here's Swanson-Roberts through traffic, off to Crable. Well, you see they've switched up Ayers now on to Crable at 6'5" to try and negate his shot. He's going to shoot it anyway. That one's short. Rebound, Matt Eddy. Out to Grant for 3, missed. Rebound, Matt Eddy. Back up in there and fouled.
Yeah, Eddy already with 5 first half rebounds. And there hadn't been a lot of free throws shot in this game.
This will be the first attempts by either team. Matt Eddy at 54% on the year. Stops play with 55 seconds to go before halftime. First free throw by Matt is off and no good. That to foul on Coop Henry, his first. Team's 4th. Crable out and Stambaugh back in. One more free throw try. Well, statistics say he should make this. Ah, no. In and out, no good. Rebound Wellington. Boy, Ayers can really get up there, can't he?
He can. He's an athletic 6'5" that's got some springs.
He's already 6'5". There's a travel called on Wellington's Jack Wright. Second Wellington turnover. I've heard the air is different at 6'5" than it is for short people.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing for Buehler here, down 6, 42.9 seconds left to go in the half. Be big if Buehler could, knock down a bucket and get a stop and try to get this down to a closer game than what it is.
Crable and Neal are back in the game as shooters, and Jalen Crable gets blocked into the bench by Jack Wright. They'll call a foul. I think they know he can shoot.
Yes.
If they didn't before, they do now. 32.9 showing on the first half clock. Jeff Neal, left side, Swanson Roberts. Working against Ayers. Into Eddie, over Rogers. And shot short, rebound Wellington. Interesting in that 1-3-1. They don't even put they've got their bigs all out high.
Yes.
Rogers, the smaller guy, is the rim protector.
It is. It is a unique defense. It's one that you don't see very often. And Wellington definitely very well schooled in how to run it correctly.
All right, 26-20, Wellington back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
First National Bank is here to help your business by offering a variety of services to manage and improve your cash flow. Our business banking team is a trusted partner in the community, here to provide solutions to the challenges your business faces so you can achieve all your business goals. From small to large businesses, we have the knowledge and power to help you succeed. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
95.9 HKFM.
In our Bueller Dental Care scoreboard tonight, Remington girls lead Sterling after one, 18-8. Hillsboro, 15, Northern Heights 4. That's also a girls game. Moraine Academy in girls play leading Trinity Catholic after one, 16-3. On the boys' side, McPherson 27, Chapman 11 at the end of the first, and Haven leading Lions 19-12. And here's traveling caught on Jack Wright. Second time Wright has been whistled. Of course, folks from Reno County might be familiar with the last name of Zika. This is Zika country that we're in. And Jack Wright is of that Zika lineage. A lot of people might know Patty, who was a long time at the but there are a ton of them down here.
Yes, I was going to say, you look at, there's a couple over on the girls' side.
Here's Grant. Three missed. And that'll get us to halftime. Well, Wellington shot the ball pretty well. He struggled some against that zone, but hey, you look up at the scoreboard and you're only down by 2 scores. So I think they're right in it at halftime.
Yep, Bueller has definitely within striking distance and still has a chance to extend the season.
I think one thing probably got to get better out in the second half, just limiting Wellington too many offensive rebounds in that first half.
No doubt, and Bueller, I know Coach Bryant wouldn't be happy with the 6 turnovers in the first half, so that'll be something that the Crusaders can limit those turnovers, keep working the ball on offense, and try to find the reverses against the 1-3-1 to get those open 3 looks.
26-20 at the half. Crusader basketball brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, by Rise Up Reno, Prairie Star Health Center, by Hutchinson Community College, and by Fee Insurance. Coverage tonight, part of the Hutch CC Road to a Championship, presented by Next Tech Wireless. Schedule, scores, streaming audio of games on our network tonight online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. Our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report is next on HKFM.
Bank of Kansas halftime report. Coming up, Aaron and Chris recap tonight's first half. And we'll catch up with other coaches and athletes in This Week in Crusader Sports. 95.9 HKFM.
Hi, this is Justin, inviting you to stop by our locally owned Scooters Coffee and enjoy our signature Sea Salt Caramelicious. This limited time offer is a gourmet infusion of gently sea salted caramel crafted to perfection with our world-class espresso, all dressed up with whipped cream and caramel drizzle. Scooters Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooters Coffee, with 2 locations on East 30th in Hutchinson and on North Main in McPherson and South Ohio in Salina.
Every day is a great day for drug and alcohol prevention. If we help kids develop the skills to never start using vapes and other drugs, they will be more successful at sports, school, arts, and other activities. Youth need to know vapes are addictive, drugs can be dangerous, and quitting is really hard. For ways to talk to your kids about these subjects, check out resources at riseupreno.org. Young people who make good decisions and advocate for themselves now will be able to do even more as adults. Rise up, Reno.
And tonight, the third-ranked KU Jayhawks host Texas Tech for senior night from Allen Fieldhouse. KU sits atop the Big 12 standings with a 12-4 league record, one game ahead of Texas at 11-5. KU also has the Big 12's longest active winning streak at 6 games after its 76-74 victory over West Virginia. And the crowd should be rocking at Allen Fieldhouse tonight as KU will honor 2 of its great players, Jalen Wilson and Kevin McCullough Jr., as beginning in 1983, KU has won 39 straight senior nights or home finales. Tip-off from Allen Fieldhouse will be at 8 o'clock, and you can catch all the action on 94.7 KSKU. Seniors Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson have swept the Big 12 Weekly Player of the Week honors for the second time this season, as Noel earned the Player of the Week for the third time, and Keontae Johnson picked up his 5th Newcomer of the Week honor after helping the 11th-ranked Kansas State Wildcats earn regular season sweeps of Baylor and Oklahoma State. In the 2-game stretch, Noel averaged a near double-double with 18 points and 9 assists to go along with 3.5 rebounds, 3 steals, and he went a near-perfect 19 of 20 from the free throw line. Noel collected his team-leading 6th double-double with 14 points and 10 assists in the win over the Bears, and he posted his 10th 20-point game of the season, including his 9th in Big 12 play with 22 in a win over Oklahoma State. Johnson on the week averaged 21 points on 60% shooting to go along with 3 rebounds and 2.5 assists. He led all scorers with 25 points in the win over Baylor, hitting on 11 of 17, going 2 of 4 from the three-point line. The Wildcats will be in action tomorrow for senior night as they host Oklahoma. The Kansas State women's basketball team also picked up a weekly award as K-State's sophomore guard Serena Sundell strung together one of her strongest 2-game efforts in her young career and was named Big 12 Player of the Week for the first time. Sundell led the Big 12 with 22.5 points per game on 74% shooting, including 91% from the foul line, and added a line of 5.5 assists, 4.5 rebounds, 3.5 steals, and 1.5 blocks in 37 minutes per game. Against KU, Sundell tallied 24 points on 8 of 10 shooting with 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and a block. And then at West Virginia, Sundell led a furious K-State rally from 19 points back in the first half to tie the game in the fourth quarter. She scored a game-high 21 points on 9 of 13 shooting. Sundell is the second Wildcat to collect Big 12 Player of the Week honors, joining Gabby Gregory. I'm Scott Miller with a look at your halftime sports. Let's get you back out to your basketball games.
Come visit us at Bueller Dental Care. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to help give you the best care around. From regular fillings, cleanings, dental implants, or even if we have to, extractions, we can provide the treatments you need. We are always accepting new patients, so be sure to call us at 620-543-2768 to schedule your next appointment, or email online at drdalds@gmail.com. Bueller Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Neufeld Flooring, proud supporter of Bueller High School activities. We are your experts for all your floor covering needs. Please make an appointment to visit us at 110 West 2nd, downtown Bueller, or give us a call at 620-543-2274. Go Crusaders!
I'm Cindy Couchman. Our Ad Astra Virtual Academy, we offer elective options, including a STEM pathway and courses like HVAC, plumbing, and electrical technologies, all taught by industry-certified professionals. Find out more at usd313.org today.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, back here at halftime, 26-20, Wellington by 6. They jumped out to an early 5-point lead. A Diedrich Willer-Trask jumper tied the game with 2:37 to go in the first. There was a 4-point Wellington lead after a while. Wellington stretching that to as big as 8 points in the second half. 6 points from Jalen Crable off the bench, 7 from Grant Ricker, keeping them in the game. So what do they got to do against this 1-3-1 zone to have a little better success in the second half?
Well, there's 2 ways you can attack the 1-3-1. One of them is by working the ball on the perimeter and trying to get that reversal, a couple of those threes, where when they work the ball to the far side and then got the ball reversed back before the defenders could get back, The other weak spot is along the baseline. You know, anytime you can try to work it down there to that baseline where you get in those one-on-one situations, if you have two guys attacking that rim protector, whichever side they pick, you hit the other guy. So those are kind of two of the weak spots. But I think the biggest thing for Buhler, just avoiding the turnovers. And, you know, the cool thing is, even though it wasn't a fantastic first half, they're only down 2 scores here to begin this third quarter.
Wellington got 7 from Bex Henshaw in the half. Jack Wright with 5, Malachi Rogers with 4, Brody Weir with 6, Carter Burnett with 2, and Maurice Ayers with 2. Wellington 15 points in the second quarter, outscored Buhler in that second 8 minutes by 2. 7 points, Grant Ricker, Jalen Crable with 6, LaShawn Swanson-Roberts with 2, Diedrich Willard-Trask with 2, and Ryland Parker with 3. 26-20 at the half from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. We'll start the second half. 60-second timeout back after this on HKFM.
Kansas halftime report coming up after this. Prairie Bank of Kansas, your locally owned full-service bank since 1886. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, Crusader basketball tonight brought to you in part by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, by Midwest Iron and Metal, Red Rock Auto Center, by the Medicine Shop, and by Edgar Family Dental. Wellington up 6. We'll start with the ball to our left to start the second half. They work it inside, and contact and a foul, and a charge taken by Diedrich Willard-Trask. It's going to be against Carter Burnett.
Well, you talked about it earlier. Diedrich Willard-Trask was trying to set up and draw the charge earlier. Great job by the senior being unselfish there, sacrificing himself to draw the charge.
His 17th on the season. Well, the winner of this game will play at Towanda on Friday. It's got final circle beats Ulysses tonight, 58-51. Here's Grant Ricker, right side to Willard-Trask, standby in the lane against Rogers, gets it up off the glass, missed. Rebound, Rogers among 3 Crusaders, somehow comes up with it. He was sandwiched in there.
Well, and I know Stambaugh didn't score there, but that was a big effort by Ethan trying to score there amongst all those defenders.
There's Burnett inside, and they're going to call a foul. It'll go against Willard-Trask. It'll be Diedrich's second. First team foul of the second half on the Crusaders. Just 2 free throw tries by either team in that first half, both by Matt Eddy. And there's a 3 by Wright, his second tray. 29-20, new largest lead for Wellington at 9. 7:03 to go here in the third. Here is Ricker in the lane to Willard-Trask. Ball picked off, stolen away by Henshaw in the middle of that lane.
7th turnover on Buhler tonight.
Crusaders back on their heels a little bit here as Wellington in the area of going up double digits. Rogers off the left side circle. He'll go inside, wraparound pass. Burnett missed. An offensive foul called against Wellington.
Let's see who picks up the foul for Wellington.
It's going to go against Rogers. They're going to call him for a charge.
And that's Rogers' second personal. No, neither team with anybody really in foul trouble. Most anybody has is 2 fouls.
Wellington now with 5 turnovers. Buhler's got to take advantage here. Here is Diedrich out high against that zone. Far side, Ethan. Stambaugh works it down low to Eddy. Eddy. Well, Rogers has been good downstairs. In the corner, Jeff Neal, a 3. Got it! Jeffrey's first bucket tonight. A right corner three, 29-23.
First basket of the second half for Buehler right there.
That's the lead to 6, 6:01 to play here in the third. Cope Henry off a screen, rolls right, plays out of the wing now to Burnett. Burnett just a sophomore. You think he could get bigger. Hardy at 6'3". Here is Wright, far side. Out front, missed the shot. Rebound, Matt Eddy.
Sixth board of the night for Eddy.
Crusaders the other way, Ricker. Left elbow, swishes home a two, Grant Ricker. 29-25.
Grant now with 9 points tonight, just on the outside of double figures.
Here's a long three, missed by Jack Wright. Rebound, Willard Trask. Ahead to Grant. Ricker through traffic. Boy, nice pass. What a pass! What a finish! Matt Eddy, layup good. And a chance for a three-point play.
And the crazy stat, Matt Eddy is the only player in this game that has shot a free throw. And he's going to go back to the line here for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Third foul on Rogers, who has to come out of the game. He'll be replaced by Brody Weir. It's weird to see Rogers and Weir playing the same position. Two completely different body types. Eddy missed on the free throw. Rebound to Wellington in a 4-point game, 29-25. Here are the Crusaders of Wellington on their home floor. To our left, this is Cope Henry. Pump fakes on a three, slides it out high. Far side, Jack Wright. Wright with Ricker. Painted all over him, and they're going to call a foul on Grant.
And that'll be Ricker's second personal. Should be the third team foul on Buehler.
Crable and Swanson Roberts will check back in. Stambaugh and Neal will go out. 4:23 to go here in this third.
Buehler continuing to work the man-to-man, still just a one-score game.
There's a drive and a score. Jack Wright gets to the bucket. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play.
And that's going to be a big foul, as it's going to be Ricker's third personal. So hope that Grant can stay out of foul trouble, because a fourth would be killer at this point.
Free throw is good. First Wellington player to shoot a free throw tonight. So Grant with 3 fouls. 32-27. Here is Swanson Roberts in the corner. Ricker, a three, in and out, no good. Rebound tapped about and taken by Wellington.
It's Burnett's fourth board of the night. He's the leading rebounder this evening for Wellington.
Now a steal. Crable ahead, layup missed by Willard Trask. Rebound Burnett for Wellington. Missed opportunity. Still 32-27.
So Buehler had cut it to 2 points here earlier, but Wellington trying to stretch this back out beyond the 2-possession game it is.
32-27.
Burnett leading rebounder of the night for Wellington with it.
And a big shot is good by Jack Wright.
He had 5 points back in the first half. Now he's in double figures.
34-27. Lead is 7. 2:49 to go in the third. Crable for a three, missed, short. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Crusaders.
Wellington's going to take a timeout here.
Timeout 2:43 to go in the third. 34-27 from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
Enjoy always homemade favorites and weekly specials at Water's Edge Restaurant and Catering in Heston. It's simply the best for comfort food classics or unique seasonal flavors. Check out their Thursday night specials and customizable catering options too. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Follow them on Facebook and view the menu at watersedgeheston.com. With dine-in or curbside to-go service, they've got your cravings covered morning, noon, and Thursday night.
95.9 HKFM.
Tonight's coverage part of the Hutch CC Road to a Championship. Presented by Nextech Wireless. Games across to the Ad Astra Sports Network tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday here in Substate Week. Go online to adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app to find out more. Aaron West, Chris Shank with you from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Probably the most famous player to ever play on this floor was not a basketball guy at all. We've got a little trivia, a little history. Nate Cornejo, of course, ended up making it into the majors as a baseball player.
Yeah, he was in high school at Wellington when I was in school. And
here's Swanson Roberts, kicks to Neal in the right corner against that zone. 2:21 to go in the third. Inside Matt Eddy. Jeffrey off the bounce, still playing in the left corner. Parker for three, missed. Rebound Ayers of Wellington. Of course, he's back now in Wellington coaching baseball, but back then, middle school was 7, 8, 9, and he's the only guy I ever knew who he actually would come up from the middle school in the 9th grade to play with the high school team.
Yeah, I can remember him. He on the basketball floor. He was the guy. Pretty much he would do all their scoring.
Now a steal by LaShawn. Take it away. Layup on the other end, missed, and a foul. Boy, a hard foul there by Jack Wright.
That evens the turnovers up at 7 apiece.
And Swanson Roberts okay. LaShawn's got 2 free throws coming. 37%, just 11 of 30 on the year.
Yeah, there's just not been many free throws shot this evening.
And Swanson Roberts only the second Crusader at the line and makes the first.
First made free throw tonight from the charity stripe for Buhler as well.
Got them both. 4 points for LaShawn, 34-29. Well, they're hanging around. Just a 5-point game. 1:33 to go in the third. Wellington in the half court. And Jack Wright's got it left side to Henry. Far side. Now a drive high off the window by Brent Henshaw. And that's good. Got his defender up in the air and then stop and popped along that right baseline. 36-29.
That's Henshaw's first basket of the second half.
Here's Jeffrey for three, missed. Rebound inside, Ayers. Well, they've really settled now for that outside shot a lot instead of trying to get the ball inside. Here's a three short by Henry. Rebound Ayers, tied up by Matt Eddy. And the arrow will give it the way of the Crusaders. So we've got Ayers listed at 6'5", and I don't know that Matt Eddy's 6 foot, but let's call him 6 foot. He gives up a little bit to Ayers, but he makes up for that in toughness.
Oh yeah, no, he battles and battles and battles, and when they're contesting rebounds, they're going toe to toe.
Here's LaShawn through traffic to Diedrich. Right side, Grant. Ricker for three. That missed. Rebound in that lane to Swanson Roberts. Now LaShawn's got it left corner. He'll try the three, and he'll knock it down.
Great bucket there for the sophomore. Pulls Buhler back within 4. They were down 6 at the half. Let's see if they can get a stop and maybe a late bucket here in the third.
36-32. Ball knocked loose in that lane. Ayers got it. and then lost it. He followed it all the way out of bounds. He never could get his hands on it after it was initially knocked away in the lane. It's kind of like a hot potato, just kept fumbling, and he followed. Great effort, but he never could get it back.
So now Buehler with a golden opportunity to try to get this back to a one-score game here before the quarter.
11 seconds on the clock. Here's LaShawn, right side. He'll dump it off. Jeff Neal down low, scores it. Nice pass, and the find to Jeffrey.
That was LaShawn Swanson-Roberts with the late assist.
And a 2-point game as we go to the final 8 minutes. 36-34 on the road tonight in Substate play. We're back in 1 minute on HKFM.
Wouldn't it be fun to have 2 pairs of glasses? One for every day, one for dress up, or one for work, and one for casual wear, or both, just because you really like them? And what if you could save 30% on the second pair? Well, that's the deal right now at Prairie Star. Ask our opticians about any restrictions that may apply. Prairie Star Vision and Optical Center, 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
Don't feel bad if you're not a phone expert. That's what we're here for. At NextTech Wireless, we'll help you with the transition to a new device step by step. Want to customize your screen? We've got you. Have questions about some of the functions? We're happy to help. You're not just another number. Come see us today, and we'll get you to the best phone for your needs. We're friends. We're neighbors. We are Kansas. NextTech Wireless.
95.9 HKFM.
Sailor basketball tonight brought to you in part by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, by Anita Cleaners, Holly Sweet Treats, by Apex Shears, and by Alpha Land Surveys. Lady Crusaders tomorrow night in Towanda. They'll take on the Circle T-Birds for a 3rd time this season. 7 o'clock tip, 6:30 pregame. You're part of our Hut CC Road to a Championship. Presented by NextTech Wireless. Winner of this game is also headed to Towanda in the Substate Final on Friday. Wellington ball down to the final 8 minutes here. They're up 2. Here's Rogers off to Hinshaw. Jumper left side missed. Rebound went right through Jeffrey's legs. And Wellington able to come up with it.
Rats was a golden opportunity for Buehler to try to tie this thing up or take the lead potentially.
Out front, Wright's had a big second half. He'll drive through 2 defenders. And that might be number 4 on Grant. They were not going to let Wright get to the rim, which I'm okay with that part. But tough if the foul is on Ricker.
I think it's going to be on Neal.
Or they get Jeffrey on the other side. That would be fortunate.
They still have not put it up on the board.
Number up here. There he goes. It is on Jeffrey. So that's a good foul.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Holy cow. Yeah, because Ricker getting 4 fouls. Still with this much time left in the 4th, it'd really be hard to take him out of the game.
Boy, Ricker just got knocked down.
Oh, no.
Ricker just got knocked down. And still on the floor. Shot missed inside. Rebound tapped him out finally after a rebound by LaShawn Swanson-Roberts. I think as he comes up limping, best guess is he took a knee hard to his thigh.
Isn't that called a Charlie horse, Aaron?
It's called ow.
Yes. Well, he was down for a long time, and good to see Grant get up under his own power.
Had some contact there in the lane, and remember Thursday he got hit pretty good in the sensitive space. 36-34. Buehler could tie here or take the lead. They've never led tonight. Last tie was at 7-7 in the first. Here is Crable. Off to Willard Trask, back to Crable. Ball stolen away by Burnett. Wellington the other way. Layup missed, but a foul. They're going to get Eddie, and that'll put Hinshaw at the line. Well, we talked about it in the pregame. In a tight game where each team averages right around 50, there's not much margin for error in those turnovers.
Yeah, and we've got the turnover count, I believe, at 8 apiece, so that is very even, but Wellington, unfortunately, has gotten more looks at the basket at the other end off their turnovers.
And Banks Hinshaw will make the first free throw, his first try of the night. Foul the first on Eddie. Ryland Parker back in. Diedrich Willard trash out. Crusader basketball brought to you by Allstate agent Andrew Parr. By Midwest Iron and Metal. Red Rock Auto Center by the Medicine Shop and by Edgar Family Dental. Hinshaw hits 2 free throws, 38-34. Wellington scores first in the fourth. They lead by 4. Here's Ryland Parker. He'll roll it down right corner to Crable. Out front, Swanson Roberts through 2 defenders. Floater in the lane, missed. Rebound Rogers of Wellington. He wants to run with it. Parker getting back. Layup missed. And they're going to call another foul. I think if you're going to commit the foul, I'm okay with that. I think I'd like to see it before the shot, though.
Yeah, because if you get him down there, and luckily that one crawled off the rim, or they would have had an and-one situation. And
first foul on Ryland Parker. Well, it wasn't a turnover, but they forced a tough shot in the lane by Swanson Roberts. And now Rogers at the line knocks down his first free throw try of the night. Ricker and Stamba are going to return here for the Crusaders. And Swanson Roberts and Parker will go out. We'll have night off from basketball tomorrow night, other than our 4As. Of course, the Buehler girls. 2 free throws by Rogers, stretches it out to 6, 40-34. 4-0 run by Wellington to start the fourth. Buehler needs a big bucket. Crable. Far side, Stambaugh back to Jalen. The coaches have really said these young guys, part of this team coming to a maturation and really realizing their potential here late in the year is getting the veterans to trust the young guys. And that takes some time. Only way to really do that is play together. Here's Crable, he'll try the 3, that's short. Rebound, Eddie, put that good.
Great offensive board and stick back for Matt Eddy. That is now his 7th rebound of the evening.
Buehler's first bucket of the fourth, 40-36. 4-point game. Buehler trying to get to the Substate final. They wanted a year ago to go to the state tournament, beat El Dorado in a fantastic high school basketball game played at Jim Baker. Lost in the opening round of state, of course, to McPherson. There's the 3, missed by Henry. Rebound, Burnett tied up. Oh, and a late whistle. No, they're going to call a charge on Burnett. A late whistle.
Yeah, great job that time by Neal, stepping in to draw the charge.
Yeah, I didn't look this up. I don't know that Wellington, if they've ever been to a state tournament of the guys said it was a very, well, yeah, and that might, the 40s.
Yeah, 1947, they were state champions. Before you and I's time.
Here's Crable tied up near the timeline. And I believe Buehler's going to call a timeout. 4:49 to go. It is crunch time here in Wellington at a 4-point game. 40-36. We're back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
Looking for ways to make banking more convenient, like e-statements. Eliminate the need to file your monthly statements. Now you can be notified the moment your statement is available and easily access it online. Sign up for e-statements online at prairiebankks.com or visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buehler, Inman, or Hutchinson. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
95.9 HKFM.
Back here, part of our Hutch CC Road to a Championship, presented by Next Tech Wireless. Aaron West, Chris Shank with you. We'll be with you from Towanda tomorrow night for the Lady Crusaders against the Circle T-Birds. There's Jeffrey Neal. Buehler out of the timeout with it. He, Crable, Stambaugh, Ricker, and Eddie of the 5. Grant's got it. His final senior season. Doesn't want it to end. 3, missed up top. Rebound, Rogers.
Yeah, the crazy thing, we are getting down into crunch time as we hit the halfway point here in this fourth quarter.
4:18 to go. You know that Several of those seniors, 7 of them, would like to put that uniform on again. Got to dig deep here. Here's a drive. Boy, Wright has been so good at getting to the bucket in the second half. Jeffrey trying to take that charge, but a blocking foul on Neal will be his third. It's really been the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. Wellington 4 of 4 in the fourth. And those 4 points right now the difference in the game. Coach Newman wants a timeout. I don't think he's worried about Jack Wright, who stepped right into that charge by Jeff Neal, but just needs a moment. KU and Texas Tech about to tip in Allen Fieldhouse. Over on 94.7 KSKU. I know you're not a KU fan, and blue and red aren't your favorite colors. But here's a stat for you. Jayhawks have won 39 consecutive senior night games.
Yeah, and I was just kind of doing the math, looking at the rest of the league standings last night, and I don't see any way that KU doesn't win the Big 12 title this year.
Well,
when you have Texas Tech in Allen Fieldhouse is one of the 2 games that they have to drop.
They win tonight, they win a share. They still do have to. Texas very well could win it outright. They do have to go to Austin on
Saturday.
On Saturday, and that would force a share if Texas won. But yeah, the thing about the Big 12 is, we've heard so much about how good it is this year, and it is. But they're all so good that they've all beat up on each other.
Yes, yes.
Nobody's been able to win on the road.
Yes, it has been difficult.
And Jack Wright makes the first free throw, his second trip to the line in the game. Why do you say that is unfortunate?
Yeah, they're going to win the title. They're in any way that they're going to drop the last 2. And Texas still has, I'm trying to think of who Texas has before KU, but
they play tomorrow night. 2 free throws good. I have to look it up. 42-36, 6-point game here. Buhner's got some scoring to do. 3:51 to go. Here's Swanson Roberts dribbling to the right side circle. That zone has been effective tonight. Here's LaShawn off to Ricker on the right wing. Grant lost the dribble. Able to get it back. Well, he's played so much basketball. Here's Diedrich Liller-Trask off to Grant. He'll shoot the 3. Missed. Rebound, Matt Eddy. Eddy inside. Count it, and a foul.
And what effort by Eddy. Now 8 boards for the senior. He wants to continue playing basketball, and he'll get a second and 1 try of the evening.
Coach Neal is sitting over there on the sideline, and some of these guys are baseball players, and we'd like to keep them out of baseball practice for just a little bit longer. Matt Eddy with the free throw, his first make of the night, 1 of 4. Timeout, 3:22 to go. It's a tight one, just a 3-point game. 42-39. Wellington has never trailed tonight. They lead right now by 3, and we're back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
Kansas Personal Injury Law Firm. We handle cases in McPherson County and throughout the state of Kansas. Now is the time to call for your free consultation. I'm Liz Kyle, and my husband Tom has over 25 years of personal experience in all matters relating to Kansas personal injury law. Tom will take the time to evaluate your options, inform you of your rights, and walk you through the complicated process of seeking compensation for your personal injuries or loss. Contact Kyle Law at 620-241-9000.
95.9 HKFM.
I was reading a little bit about the 1947 Wellington Crusader state champions. Ernie Barnett, or Ernie Barrett, was the star of that squad.
Mr. K-State.
Yeah, went to on to play at K-State. There's the layup out of the timeout. Good by Carter Burnett. 44-39. Boy, tough to give up a bucket right there. 5-point game, 3:07 left.
Yeah, Buhler cut it down to 3, and you just feel like they've got to keep it down to about a 1-score game. Because what you can't avoid, or what you got to avoid, is that 3-score lead.
Oh, now is steal. Pass up top, take it away. It's Burnett again. Layup good. 46-39. And the lead grows to 7. And a timeout by Coach Bryant. Well, Wellington holds on to win. Just point to those turnovers at the top of that zone, and they'll lead to easy buckets on the other end.
Yeah, they're creeping up on forcing 10 turnovers on Beeler tonight.
46-39. We're back in 30 seconds on HKFM.
Prescription insurance. TRICARE is the insurance provided by the U.S. government for veterans and current military members and their families. The Medicine Shop is a proponent of our military, and we're happy that TRICARE has chosen us as a preferred provider. The Medicine Shop is also preferred with the Medicare D providers, Cigna, ClearSpring, and Mutual of Omaha. Thank you for your service, veterans, and those currently serving. You're always welcome at the Medicine Shop in Town Hatch.
95.9 HKFM.
2:40 left here in a rockin' Wellington gymnasium where their boys are doing something right now that rarely been done, and that's a chance at a sub-state final. Well, you just never know. You were back at the state tournament last year, but well, you can never take those trips for granted. You never know when you're going to get back there. Crusaders with the ball. Swanson Roberts in traffic, out to Neal. 2:30 to go. Bueller needs a bucket here. Here's Jeffrey into Matt. Matt layup missed. Rebound contested and tied up. And the arrow will keep it with the Crusaders with 2:24 to go.
What effort there by Matt Eddy. Now 9 boards tonight.
These 7 seniors trying to pull some magic out of the hat in 2.5 minutes. Grant Ricker missed the 3. He's been short in the second half. Burnett with another leak out layup. And Carter Burnett has dominated this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he did not score until this fourth quarter. He's got 6 points, all of them on fast breaks.
48-39, lead is 9, largest it's been. That matches the largest in the second half, and now another steal and another takeaway. And things getting dicey here with 140, 150. Make it to go. Here is Wright. Fell down with the ball, tries to save it, does. Out high to Henshaw. Off to Rogers. This Wellington team, a very veteran ball club themselves. Wright, Henshaw, Henry, all seniors. Sean Swanson Roberts will pick up a foul with 1:34 to go.
Coach Bryant's going to bring the seniors on the floor. Can't get all of them on at once, but 5 of them are on the floor, everybody but Matthew Eddy.
Bryce Ruda, Jackson Marks check into the game as the free throw is missed. .125 to go, ball knocked loose in the corner. They're going to call it off of Malachi Rogers. It'll stay with the Crusaders. So 5 seniors on the floor. Here is Grant inside, shot blocked with a foul. It's going to put Ricker at the line. 2 other seniors on the bench. Well, because of the limit of number of guys you can suit up, Bryant, both the 7th senior not eligible to play tonight. Grant at the free throw line, knocks in the first. His first trip to the line of the game. 7th team foul on Wellington. Now Tavian Gilliam is going to check into the ball game. The junior, the freshman Jacob Miller. He's going to get some big minutes next year. And Jeffrey Neal also in the game. And Ricker, if he makes the 3, he'll come out. He will not. Missed. 1:15 to go. 48-40. It's an 8-point game. Wellington across the timeline. I'd be surprised if you see Coach Bryant go into foul mode here. It's really not his MO.
Yeah, and just with the way they've subbed, they brought in the seniors so they could get their standing ovation, and then bringing in some of the youngsters here. They're looking, just trying to play this thing out.
We've talked a lot about Coach Bryant. Of course, he was here for all 7 years with Coach Swanson. 40 seconds to go, and we'll have a foul. Jack Voth in the offseason, after it was announced they were looking for a coach, went to Coach Bryant's house, and they had a 5-hour conversation about whether or not Coach Bryant was going to come back. He did. The rest of the staff came back. And Coach Bryant said to us there were some growing pains early. Every game on the road. Lost some big pieces off last year's team, but I think they won his heart over in the second half of the year, how hard they've played. Rogers with the first free throw, second is good as well. And he sounded like he was coming back next year, so we hope so.
Yes. Be good for some continuity and stability within the program.
10-point game, 32 seconds to play. Here's Parker, pull up, missed. Gets his own rebound out to LaShawn. His long two-point jumper short. 22 seconds to go, and Wellington is going to win it. Wellington is going to head to the Substate final on Friday night in Towanda. They played the Circle Thunderbirds twice this year. They are 0-2. But you know what they say, hard to beat that team a third time. Well, not the result that our Crusaders wanted tonight. Love these kids. Love their effort. Just not quite enough tonight to get over the hump, although, you know, they were within 3, 42-39, and then they had 2 or 3 quick turnovers, and that kind of decided the game.
Yeah, Carter Burnett just kind of one-man wrecking crew down the stretch, and some of those final possessions got him enough of a lead that Buehler didn't have enough time to try to come back in this thing.
50-40 is the final. Wellington will improve to 14-7 on the year, and they will get the Circle Thunderbirds in Towanda on Friday night in the Substate final. The Buehler Crusaders, in their first year under head coach David Bryant, finished at 8-13. And a great second half of the year coming into the playoffs. Buehler had won 4 of 5. They got that huge win on senior night at home against the Circle T-Birds. They also had a big win over Mulvane in that stretch. And just love the way these kids stuck together and finished tough down the stretch. And can't wait to see you back on the floor. We talk a lot about our seniors coming up in the post game, and what's next for them. 50-40 is the final, and we'll come back. Our Rise Up Reno post game begins in 2 minutes on HKFM.
Coming up, the Crusader Locker Room Show. Aaron and Chris recap tonight's game. Find exclusive stories highlighting Crusader athletics at adastraradio.com. 95.9 HKFM.
Yeah.
From finding that perfect car for college, switching to the minivan life,
Kind of seemed like we just ran out of gas there in the fourth quarter.
Is ready to help. Stop by one of our 6 locations across Central Kansas or learn more at midwaymotors.com. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Rod's Tire, Rod's Tire and Service.
One of the most important elements of success is knowing when to expand and when to focus on strengthening what you have. At People's Bank and Trust, we've done just that over the years, ensuring that we always have a solid base to provide for our customers and our community. At People's Bank and Trust, we never promise more than we can deliver. And what we deliver is safe, sound, reliable banking that puts you first. Let us put our experience to work for you and your family. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Rise and shine. It's daylight time and time to go to your happy place. Hutchinson Daylight Donuts makes all of your favorites from scratch each day. Warm and fresh just like you like them. And when you eat Daylight Donuts, it just makes you feel better, a little happier, a little friendlier, a little more productive. And now more than ever, we recognize it's the little things in life. So start your morning by stopping in your Hutchinson Daylight Donuts at 1435 East 30th, 305 North Main, or order ahead online at HutchinsonDaylightDonuts.com.
Hey fans, this is Rachel Nelson. It's game time and I Need a Cleaners can help you look like a winner. Spend your valuable time prepping for the game, not doing laundry. Keep your knit polos and khaki pants looking great. For the winning look, stop by I Need a Cleaners, 13th and Main in Hutchinson.
Manufacturing facilities, warehouses, oil, fuel and water storage, grain elevators, product makers, rooftops, HVAC containment, refineries, garages, and more rely on the quality and integrity of WIFCO products. Go to WIFCOSP.com for more. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
95.9 HKFM.
Well, Crusader basketball on HKFM tonight, brought to you in part by H&R Block, by Ray & Sons Roofing, the Sheena Metzger Agency, by Advanced Physical Therapy, and by Hutchrec. A lot of happy Wellington fans here as they'll see their guys go on to the Substate Championship game, and a very intriguing game. Let's say Wellington has the inside advantage. Circle, they can get red hot from the outside, and they should have Cowman back for that game, who missed our game. Well, it'll be a pretty dandy of a finish to get to the state tournament.
Yeah, those two saw each other, you mentioned, twice in the regular season, once in the championship of the Chaparral tournament. That was a 1-point loss. Wellington had to Circle, and then they played each other back at the beginning of February, and Circle just blew the doors off of Wellington in that game, 66-35. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I would have to believe that it's going to be more along the lines of that close game back in January than a blowout.
Well, guys were right there within a couple of buckets all night. It was a 6-point game at halftime, just a 2-point game at the end of the third. Buhler within 3 late in the fourth, but some turnovers against that zone there in the fourth quarter. Wellington got some easy leak-out buckets and really kind of decided the game.
Yeah, and Carter Burnett just single-handedly, I mean, he had 3 turnovers there in the fourth quarter, and all 3 of those led into layups for himself. And he didn't score all game until that fourth quarter, and in a 10-point game, in a game that was just a couple possessions for a good chunk of it. Those 3 turnovers and points off the turnovers, the 3 buckets, really the difference down the stretch.
Yeah, Wellington +5 at the free throw line. They hit all of 9 of their free throw tries tonight. 8 of those came in the fourth quarter. So it just kind of seemed like our guys, maybe, it's been a long year, maybe just kind of ran a little bit out of gas in that fourth quarter. And tough loss. Love our seniors, all 7 of them. Gonna miss them. Really qualities that you enjoy watching about all 7 of them, but tough to lose a class that big. And there's gonna be some big shoes to fill next year.
Yeah, you lose a class of 7 seniors, and each of them important individually and collectively as a class as a whole. And it says a lot about these guys. They went through a coaching change in high school. A lot of times when there's a coaching change happens, you'll lose a lot of people, but these guys stuck with it, stuck with Buhler, and it says a lot about their character, just them sticking through and battling hard and up until that final game of the season.
Yeah, what makes that 1-3 zone especially effective for Wellington is just their length.
Yes, and dotting the top of the 1-3-1. And just you think about it, Aaron, I mean, watching all 21 games of the season, how many times do we see the 1-3-1? I mean, I think this is one of the only times you see it, and that's one of the reasons why teams run zones, especially different zones, just because it forces you to run an offense that you're maybe not that well acquainted with or comfortable with, and definitely kind of rattled Buhler's cage. Buhler finishes tonight scoring about 10 points under their season average, and also you think about the fewest points Buhler had been held to. This is the fewest points that Buhler had put up since clear back in December, and so hats off to Wellington. I mean, they played some really good defense, keeping Buhler down this evening.
Yeah, talk about teams that might beat that zone. Obviously, Circle's a team that could get red hot from the outside. We're a team that goes side to side so fast like McPherson does, that can find those open angles in that zone. Well, they'll get Circle on Friday in the Substate final. Our guys wrap it up at 8 and 13, and we'll get you all the final numbers coming up and our final play and player of the game as we wrap up the season here tonight as well. Going to get some final thoughts from Coach B. Coach, first of all, I am so happy that you decided to take over that head coaching job when it became open, and you kept the staff with you. And I know you guys fought through a lot early in the year with all your games being on the road and limited practice time, but I felt like it paid off in the second half of the year. You guys came into the postseason winning 4 of 5 and playing your best basketball. Hard-fought game, but that's a talented Wellington team.
Yeah, I mean, we knew they were. We've watched hours and hours of film on them. I told the kids I thought they were a little better than us. I thought they had the size. They had the home court, but I really felt it was going to come down to when you're open, can you nail down the three? And we really struggled with that. We had plenty of opportunities. We got the ball with one. We were down one. We just could not, outside of leading 3-2, we could not get back over that hump. I thought we played hard. I thought the ball kind of bounced their way. I thought they earned it. They played really hard. There's some talent there, and I wished them luck the rest of the way. I just felt that, and give that 1-3-1 zone of theirs, but we just would not attack it. And you can't stand out there and ping the ball around. It just doesn't work. You got to have the confidence to attack it. It'll collapse, and then you kick out, and we just almost refused to do it. It was disappointing, but I give them the credit. They outplayed us. The 1-3-1, which we see against McPherson and we see against Circle. So I thought the key of the game would be how we attack that, and we weren't as efficient as we needed to be successful.
Yeah, that 1-3-1 is not a defense you see very often, but I think what works well for them is all the length that they have at the top of it.
Yeah. I mean, he could play multiple set zones with the length that he has, and we felt coming in he was going to be the problem. We didn't really have an answer for that kind of length, but he played well. I thought they had some players that played well, and we just couldn't make the play when we needed to and take that lead and get that momentum, and just some missed layups, and just some turnovers at inopportune times. You cannot go on the road and win if you don't play clean ball.
Yeah. Well, Coach, you lose a lot. 7 seniors, a lot of upperclassmen. I know you got a lot of young kids coming into the program, but definitely it's in the youth's hands now. I guess it's going to be a young team with a few old guys next year.
Yeah, we're going to play a lot of young guys, and they are going to learn on the job. They're going to learn real quick what varsity basketball is at this level. It's difficult, and you have to prepare, and you have to just play guts out.
Looking forward to it.
Okay.
Maybe some time off before then?
Yes.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Be safe going home.
You too.
All right, Coach David Bryant with us here. As we wrap things up, we'll come back in our postgame. More comments after this on HKFM.
More of the Crusader Locker Room Show is next. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Ag 360 Insurance is an independent agency with
2-point advantage in the ball and 3:04 to go. It's good by Diedrich, and we're tied at 7.
What a nice looking shot there for Willard Trask. We need him to shoot more.
Tied at 7. And Roberts for 3, missed. Rebounds potentially tied. There's Crable for 3.
We're passionate about what we do and how we do it. That's because we're helping to improve people's lives in more ways and
friends at H&R Block. File your win with H&R Block and get expert help at every step and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block and Ellsworth Hutchin Lyons.
Advanced Physical Therapy of Hutchinson offers the most comprehensive physical therapy in the area. Our therapists at Advanced Physical Therapy are trained in multiple specialties such as women's health, dry needling, hand therapy, and orthopedics. If getting in to see your physician is difficult, Advanced Physical Therapy may be able to see you without a referral. We pride ourselves in one-on-one goal-oriented therapy to help reduce your pain and get back to doing the things you love. Call Advanced Physical Therapy or visit our website, aptclinics.com. See how we can help you live at your physical best.
Beds for Less is proud to offer you the best mattress deals in the area. Save on twin mattresses starting at $99. Queen mattresses just $199. Plus, add an adjustable base to select mattress sets for only $99. Beds for Less is your Beauty Rest Black and Serta Arctic headquarters. Free statewide delivery included with these luxury mattress lines. Take your mattress home today with zero down with our no credit needed and promotional financing programs. Same day and statewide delivery available. For the best deals on the best brands, shop Beds for Less in Wichita, Hutchinson, Salina, Topeka, and Manhattan.
95.9 HKFM.
And back here to wrap it up from Wellington. The final statistics tonight individually. Jack Wright in double figures for Wellington with 13. Banks Henshaw had 11. Malachi Rogers finished the game with 8. Carter Burnett with 8. 6 of that in the fourth quarter. Brody Weir with 6 and Maurice Ayers with 2. For Buhler tonight, 10 points from Grant Ricker. 7 of that in the first half. Ryland Parker with 3. Diedrich Willard-Trask with 2. LaShawn Swanson-Roberts with 7. Jeffrey Neal with 5. Matt Eddy with 7. And Jalen Crable with 6. Buhler went 4 of 8 at the foul line. And Wellington finished up 9 of 9 in a 50-40 final. Wellington now 14-7. Buhler finishes at 8-13. Our Dick's Phillips 66 Phillip of the game tonight. Phillip on top tier gasoline, snacks, and more at Dick's Phillips 66. 4th and Stevens in Hutchinson. We'll give it to one of our seniors on an early big shot by Diedrich Willard-Trask that tied the game at 7 in the first quarter. Potentially tied. There's Crable for 3. Missed. Rebound Swanson-Roberts. Left elbow jumper is good by Diedrich. And we're tied at 7.
What a nice looking shot there for Willard-Trask. We need him to shoot more.
That was the senior's only bucket tonight. But our play of the game came with 2:37 to go in the first quarter. Our WIFCO Steel Products player of the game, from storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms. WIFCO Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrication, online at wifcosp.com. And we'll again, one more time, give that to our seniors on the roster as they play their final games tonight. Diedrich Willard-Trask, Bryce Ruda, Ethan Stambaugh, Grant Ricker, Jackson Marks, Matthew Eddy, and Bryant Vo. Thank you, fellas, for 4 fun years. Young team coming back next year, led by this young man right in front of us, Jalen Crable. He can shoot.
Yeah, there's definitely there's going to be some guards. Coach Bryant's going to have a lot of guards to work with next year, and so it's going to be fun to just – and every team, you know, at every sport, they have to be reborn and reworked every single year because you lose good people and kind of have to figure out the new roles and just see who grows, who develops, who gets in the gym and the driveway over the summer shooting. And, yeah, it'll be interesting to see, you know, how this team reconstitutes itself next season.
All right, hope you'll join us tomorrow night from Towanda. The Lady Crusaders' turn as they take on the Circle T-Birds in the opening round of 4A Substate on the girls' side. 7 o'clock tip. And 6:30 for our Midway Motors drive to the game. Continuing coverage of our Hutch CC Road to a Championship presented by Next Tech Wireless this week. Games all across the Ad Astra Sports Network leading up to Substate Championship games on Saturday. You can find the complete schedules, scores, and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. Buddy, we'll do it again tomorrow night, and let's hope those Lady Crusaders' third time is the charm against the Circle T-Birds, huh?
Yes, that would be.
I think they can do it.
That'd be fantastic to get the win and extend the season.
All right, that's going to wrap it up tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. For my partner, Chris Shank, Heath Strutter, our studio producer all season long. We appreciate him as well. And to all of you along the network, have a pleasant good evening. You've been listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today.